What is good, everybody? Can I get a vibe check?
There's a couple things I'm going to ask you. Okay, I'm going to ask you. Can you pull up the delusional calculator?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to take the numbers for your ideal man, and we're going to look it up as a percentage. How few men are over 6 feet tall? What do you guys think? Would you take a guess?
I'd say probably like 40.
40% of men over 6 feet tall. What do you think?
Yeah.
Nah, not
30.
What?
30. What do you think?
Probably like
They
20.
don't-
20. What do you think?
I was thinking the 42.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
way too high.
14% of men are over 6 feet
Whoa,
tall.
woo,
Yes.
whoa.
Once you get, yeah. See now, there's the first expression. We can look at Natty's
I
face real
just
quick.
think everyone's tall.
Delusional.
Get ready, because this whole show is going to be just like this. Okay,
That's
so now
cool.
14%. Now, when we get to
ready
6'3",
for
what percentage of the population? What do you think?
3.
Just blur out a number real quick.
You know it's lower
Probably
than 14.
like, yeah, like probably like
4%.
4, yeah.
What do you think?
I wanted to say
6'3".
10.
What's 6'3"?
Yeah, I
What do
was
you?
gonna-
It's 1% of the population is over 6'3".
God damn.
Yeah.
You know why they think the number is so high? Because they only see those guys that are 6 foot and above. They don't see the 5 foot niggas that probably work at Walmart or whatever. Like, those type of guys are invisible to these girls. So of course they're gonna think, oh, everyone's 6 foot, because you only see those type of niggas. Everyone else you ignore. You walk right across them and wouldn't even bat an eye. So it's understandable to a certain degree, because y'all tripping.
What do you think the average height of the average American male is right now? Average height.
5'6".
Oh, 5'7".
Probably 5'8".
5'7", 5'8", maybe 5'9".
I would say like 5'8".
5'7".
It's interesting that you would think 40% of men are over 6 feet tall, but the average
then-
American male is 5'8". That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
5'10".
5'9".
5'9". 5'9". 5'9". Sorry, yeah. So 5'9" is the average North American male. Okay,
Okay.
got it. Cool. So
Tom Cruise, 5'7".
cool. So we're gonna go now. The other thing is, I'm just curious. What do you think the average guy makes in the United States? Like household income for one person, single male. What do you think?
Average, maybe probably like 80K.
Wow. What do you think?
400,000?
There's no way this man just asks average and she says 400K. There's no way. Nah, hold on.
Does
Oh,
that make
average
400,000?
man. Yeah, we're talking about annual, right?
Yeah.
200,000?
Stupid.
Average man make 200,000.
Woo! Yo, hey, yo. Yo, where do they live? What? This is nothing short of just pure delusion. Boo boo. What?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Girl.
I don't know.
I don't know. Realistically, with everything that just went on in the world, I don't know, maybe like 70,000. I know that sounds crazy, but average male, 70,000
Average man.
Even that is kind of crazy.
Okay.
before tax.
Interesting. Yeah, it's $37,000 a year.
Oh,
Oh, interesting. So 1% of men are over 6'3". The average, the median take-home pay is $37,000. For a household, it's $69,000 for a household. Yeah.
Bro, I'm glad that he's doing this, because he's actually showing these women how delusional they are. Right? So he's putting reality into perspective for these women. Because they 100% believe what they're saying. They believe half the population is 6 foot, and over half of the population makes it at least 6 figures. They wholeheartedly believe this. So I'm glad this show and he's doing this, because like, yo, we gotta educate them, because that's less than 1% of the population, and all of y'all think y'all deserve him. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Again, you guys are used to being, hey, I went to the club. The guy spent $15K bottleman, and he makes $4 million a year. Isn't that how most men are? No. The guy, like, seriously, if we were to go to Walmart and you were to see like the Filipino cashier who's 5'2", you don't even notice him. When it comes to dating, you literally don't even fucking see him. And that's the thing. That's one of the things we're trying to bring up, is that like the world is not what you think it is. Just when you're here, like when women complain that men cheat, the number of men that cheat is extremely low. Most men don't have the ability to cheat. Most men don't have any chance whatsoever to cheat. You guys understand? The average North American male, how many sexual partners do you think he's had in his life?
60.
60? What do you think?
Wait. You said average?
Uh-huh.
Like 6.
6? What do you think?
Said 60.
5.
5?
I'll say probably like like 8 to 10 probably.
8 to 10, yeah.
Also, take into consideration that the longer this goes on, the more they're changing and adjusting. Because if you would have asked this same question first, and you'd have heard some crazy numbers, you'd have heard more of the 60s, 50, 100. Telling you.
Yeah.
Y'all start undershooting
It's
now.
amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are getting it, yes. So the answer is 5.
Yes.
It's 5.
Whoa.
It's 5 for. I thought it was 7. It's actually 5. It's 5 for men.
We
It's
looked it up this morning.
It's 3. It's 3 for women. Top 5% of women have had 35 sexual partners. The top 5% of men have had 150. So it's a little bit more skewed towards men at the top. Whereas so for men it would look like this. Like so. Well, actually, let me express this before we go forward. The number of men that have 0 sexual partners, or in the last, say no sexual partners in the last year, what percentage of men have had no sex in the last year? Delma, you know, because I brought this up on your show. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
I got it.
But
yes, go for it.
you said the percentage of men that have
that fucking
no.
Sexless guys.
Sexless
None
guys.
in the last year.
That weird.
Should we give them the age range?
No, 18 to 30. You're right. Percentage of them that have 0 sexual partners in the last year. What do you think? 10%. What do you think?
I would say like 30.
30. What do you think?
Maybe like 30. I don't know. That sounds like an unhappy, like married man. You know,
Go ahead.
You could go a full year without sex.
I was thinking like 70, 75.
70% of men have had 0 sexual partners in the last year.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
They all go online. It's
That's no, it's not. It's not. No. I mean, I'm just. It's interesting you say that.
People,
Yeah.
that's what they do.
Yeah, so it used to, so in before 2008 the number was about 16%. Now it's 33%. It's almost doubled in the last decade.
That's crazy.
Because in 2008 what happened? What happened, guys? What happened in 2008?
Social media.
Social media.
The Facebook app went on the iPhone. That's essentially what happened in 2008. And from that point forward, you're right, men's ability to communicate with other women became almost non-existent. Does that make sense?
Right.
And it got significantly worse and worse. Social media did not make it easier for men to meet women. It made it easier for a small group of men with
percentage of
Lamborghinis,
men,
with fucking six-pack abs, with Patek watches, and with mansions to meet all of the girls. Does that make sense? And then part of the proof is when I asked you guys what percentage of men you think were 6'3", you said, 4% or whatever, and it's 1%. So these men that you think are normal, making $200,000 a year, by the way, the top 1% of wage earners in the United States make how much? What do you think? We're talking the top 1%. The top one, you're at the very top 1%. What do you think it is?
I really couldn't answer that.
Do you think 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 3 million, 4 million?
No,
What do you
I
think?
was thinking like at least 2 million.
2 million? What do you think?
Maybe like 5, 6.
5, 6 million? Okay, what do you think?
$1 million.
1 million? What do you
10
think?
million.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, probably $1 million.
Yeah, beautiful. $400,000.
Got him. We fucking got him.
This is how you know these women have no financial awareness. None. Zero. Zilch. None. Nada.
What?
You guys have you guys who've worked in bottle service, you guys have people you serve all the time that make more than $400,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
The top 1% of wage earners makes $400,000 a year. The average man makes $37,000 a year. Because here's the problem. A lot of women are like, why can't I find a good man? And the reason why is because you think they exist when they don't. They fucking don't.
Gotcha, bitch.
So we just said 33% of men, 0 sexual partners. The average North American male has 5. So once we get to the 50th percentile, we're at 5. When we said we get to the top 5%, we said 150 partners. It goes like this.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. So it's like, and when women are complaining about men over and over, they are literally fighting over this 5% of men that they're all fighting over.
So I said
You
at the
understand?
beginning, all y'all fighting
with
for
all
that
that in
1%.
Now
Let's
we do
find
that.
your ideal guy.
We're gonna find your ideal guy. I almost wish
And
we'd
you
done this
think you
first, but
all
we did it
deserve
reverse.
him?
But it's cool because
Okay.
now they.
You like this? It's about to get way more interesting once we get to this part. Now, the first question. We're going to talk about your ideal man, okay? And how tall he is. How tall is he? Needs to be a minimum of what?
It's got to be taller than me, I guess.
But you're 5.
5 foot. I used to care a lot about height.
5'1" is good. So
5'1" is the bare minimum.
Like 5'7".
5'7".
Would be the
okay.
would be the lowest.
Good enough.
Beautiful. Natty.
I think like 5'8", 5'9" would be
Really?
the shortest. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
You're
everyone's
5'3".
tall. 5'3".
Salt the cap.
Minimum height.
6 feet.
6 feet. Okay.
There goes the average. Oh wow.
5'7".
5'7". Really? Okay, this is crazy. All right, this is definitely the shortest we've ever got.
All right, let's do age. Minimum age, maximum age.
Probably like anywhere from like my age to like mid 30s.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
Yeah.
28
we
to
didn't-
mid 30s.
To mid-30s?
I was like, yeah, mid 30s.
Let's say 25 to 35.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want?
I like older men, so I would say like 40.
40?
Yeah.
Oldest, what's the
40.
youngest?
What's the oldest?
Oh, the oldest? Oh, God. Say like 55.
Okay. So yeah, say 36 to 55.
All right,
What
got
do
it.
you want?
Let's say like 30 to 50.
30 to 50?
That whole range.
Miss Nugs.
23 to 40.
Do you guys care about his physique? Would you be with a guy who's a little bit chunkier, or you do not want someone who's obese, or you don't care?
I absolutely give a fuck if a man takes care of himself.
Yeah, same. Like, I mean, it's not a big deal if they're a little out of shape, but as long as they're like healthy, that's my main thing.
I'm going to exclude obese.
Yeah, okay. What about you, Dumbo? You would exclude obese?
I personally, I mean, I want to do obese.
All right. We should exclude.
And then the last one's, yeah, we're going to...
We should exclude
We'll
married.
do both. We'll do both.
We should exclude married or not?
Yeah. Would you guys ever date a married person? Just raise your hand if you would. No?
No?
Sure.
Exclude married.
Yeah.
Okay, so, now we got to do race.
No, we haven't done money yet. What,
money,
the
yeah, we'll do
minimum
money,
income.
yeah.
Like how much they would have to make a year?
Yeah.
Minimum.
Probably at least 70,000.
Okay. Minimum income?
I don't know. 40,000?
40. What do you want? What do you think?
Maybe more.
Salt the cap. There's no
From where
way.
I come from, I feel like you got to be making more than my real father. I'm thinking about a mill. I know that sounds crazy,
No, that's
but I
fine.
have my
It's okay.
reasons.
So now here's what we're going to do. Let's do this. Let's exclude obese. Let's do...
We got to do race, too.
Oh, race. Sorry, yeah. What race? Do you not care?
Yeah, I don't care.
Any?
Yeah,
Okay.
any.
Okay, because the options are this. Any, white, black, or Asian.
I don't care. Any.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Don't really care?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put any at this point. All right, ready?
So let's start at the top. So she
1
said
mil?
no, we can't do 1 mil. Yeah, max out is 500,000. The top 1% of wage earners in the United States make $400,000 a year.
Okay.
So that's it. So let's max that out, and then let's say the tallest you said was 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Any race, and then they said not married
Not obese.
and not obese.
And we said the age range was 28
Let's just
to
say for
50?
this, let's just say 25 to
is gonna
55.
be
Just put them all in.
25
There.
to 55. I got it. Okay.
All right. Those parameters we just gave you, they're 6 feet tall. We're going to do all of them, by the way. They're 6 feet tall, making 500,000. They are not married and they are not obese of any race. What percentage of men do you think that is?
10.
How does her math work? Honey, what kind of math are you doing? Make it make sense? What? Yeah, wow.
0.5. Somebody can do math. What do you think?
0.3.
0.3. What do you think?
I was going to say like 2%.
2%. What is the answer?
The answer is 0.010%.
So it's 1/100th of 1% of men
Even
because
high.
because we just said 400,000 is the top 1% of
Yeah.
wage earners. So the number
Exactly.
can't be higher than
So the number,
the number can't be higher than 1%. Does that make sense?
someone with sense.
$70,000, same numbers. What percentage of men? What do you think?
At 70,000?
Probably like 5%.
What do you think?
I'll say 5%. Yeah.
About 0.8.
No, like 1%.
What do you think?
Okay, this is the 2%.
2%. What do you think?
Getting close. 0.83%.
There you go.
Almost 1%.
0.8.
Ready? Here we go, guys. You want a dude who is
Come on,
over
no.
6 feet tall and makes $70,000 a year. It is 0.8%. That is the likelihood of you finding them. Now, to the low end. So we're going to do 40,000 a year. We're going to do 5'7", any race, not married, not obese.
I'd say somewhere between 5 to 20%.
20%?
Somewhere.
Maybe like 50%.
Like 60.
I don't know the answer to this, and I think it's going to be over
don't-
40%. What do you think?
It is 9%.
9%.
9.0%.
Now, if we were in New York State, yes. If we're like in Manhattan, those numbers are going to be skewed upwards, obviously, because of cost of living there. And same thing in Los Angeles. But in general, if somebody lives in Waco, Texas, there's a lot of guys out there that are not making $40,000 a year. Crazy. Kind of sucks to be a dude, doesn't it?
Yes.
Kind of like gives you some insight to the plight that they have. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to have people understand whether or not you like people like, I don't know, we'll just say Andrew Tate. The reason why so many people, like why there were 12 billion searches of his name this past year, he was the most searched person on TikTok and the most searched person on Google back in August in the entire world, was because there were a bunch of these men who nobody noticed. Do you understand how like demeaning that was to a lot of men? And they were sitting there and nobody was listening to them. No one noticed them. And then he came up and started saying the stuff he said, regardless if you agree with it or not. The reality of the situation is that's where it came from. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's why I say I appreciate what he's doing and the fact that he's educating these women. Because, bro, so many women think like this. So many women think like this. And it's crazy to me. So, bro, thank you.